Definitely loving the vibes. 24 minutes past 8 a.m. Jadidu kwa fiti?
Yeah, Kwambox, give thanks. I'm happy to be here. Asante, I'm all right.
Wase warungai, stand up. Mimi nataka unipatie freestyle kwanza. Hit me.
Yeah, Didi. Yo, Kwambox, what am I say? I say, you know. Uno si se Didi there pan studio. Way. Kana kani kora kona kora kora na kokora kona kana kani kora kora kana kona kora kora kari kid kora. Hey boy, you a real sniffer dog, you a sniff girl. Be a shaky creature, feeling step in a me country. You run cross country, me cross like bounty. Try this, Didi, I mean nah, it's a party. Real sniffer dog, boy, a sniff girl. Be a shaky creature, can't step in a me country. You run cross country, me cross like bounty. Try this, Didi, I mean nah, you and your boyfriends are run their road. Well, your ugly mama mboga boss a tank pa me load. Chika Anastasia na tishika kishikika anashika mshika kia nashikisha kishika. That's a joke thing you try, boy, a real cartoon. That a witch when the thugs pull up with it all broom. You una did this a chrome. Come me style them tougher than steel like chrome. Bona Kim Jong, different step me run a King Kong. See the full day a clown and him say him a run town. This and no Didi that this song a gun town. Nobody misinterpret that disintegrate. When your girl pass through, yeah she stick like glue. Send me up your allergy, me pass a hot choo.
Anaitwa Jadi, letting us know that achezi maze. That's the 1000K rhythm.
Yeah.
Sounds like a aircraft rhythm.
Yeah, there was a sample of that.
Yes. So much. Welcome to the show.
Asante.
So niambie Jadidi, last time nilikuona ulikuwa kumbe unakuanga fundi wa mbao.
Yes, I am, and it's in my DNA.
So Joseph alikufundisha lini?
It happens that
unacheka nini aliniambia budake ndio alimfundisha kunini?
But there is a point to say niko nini or something. I feel like I'm Jesus sometimes.
But umeshafikisha 33?
No, nata una plan kuhepa kidogo nirudi nikiwa 33.
All right, if you're just tuning in, 26 minutes past 8 a.m. We're having a chat on Celebrity Hangout with Sutton. It's called Didi. And I remember the first time nimeona tu growth yako kutoka samosa, yes. Hot dog, alafu tumesikia masala. Wewe ni mse wa food, mtu anaweza fikiria ni mse wa food, kumbe wewe ni mse wa mbao.
Yeah. Mbao, and I love food. Content, is everywhere.
Yeah.
So I find myself comfortable nikiimbia food, something and metaphors, hata nikimaanisha yo food simaanishi the food. There's some message hidden in there.
Bro, tumesikia samosa, we know what you're talking about. Na pia tumesikia hot dog.
Which one
we
is
know
your
what you
box?
I don't know. I actually like hot dog. I like all of them.
I was listening to you playing last time, Juicy, nikikuja kwa mate. Hata mimi napenda hiyo songs.
Napenda hot dog maze. But the reason you're here today is because you're dropping a new single.
Yes.
Talk to us about this single.
All right. So this new single is named Tears and Fears, produced by Unruly Star Records, Hempton Music, and D&J Records. And I guess it's on a rhythm named The Third Eye Rhythm. Iko na maartist kama Sika One. You have watoto wa Vybez Cartel, Liko Vybes. You have Tisha. You have Jody Pelpa. You have Bermuda Kid. You have everybody on there, and so many more artists. Yeah, so it's a big rhythm and a big bad rhythm. Yes.
And you're featured in it. We're going to be sampling some of that, but right now umesikia tukiongea juu ya hot dog. Na ukisikiza usifikiri chakula. Listen deeply.
Girl them say Didi are the hot dog. Hot dog.
Positive vibrations on the morning vibes.
And that is Didi coming through with hot dog. Wilfred Tanui, big up yourself. You're listening in. And we've got Wiseman Tehuti pia come through anasema ni aje Kwambox gotea Didi na Aurie sana. Utasikia Aurie akiongea in a bit. Anasema uliza Aurie kama anajua Tehuti. If you don't know now, you know. Tuko na Aurie in studio as well. Today's Celebrity Hangout, and as we do it, tuna introduce my artists to each other. And in the next hour, we'll also be doing Ridimos. Unajua venye si ufanya Ridimos. It's gonna be a battle supreme. Two heavyweights going head to head. New artists doing the thing. Aurie, welcome to Morning Vibes.
Thank you.
Am I saying your name right?
Yes, you are.
It's Aurie?
Yes, Aurie.
Nilikuwa nasema Aurie.
Unasema Aurie.
I was like,
Aurie pia ni sawa.
This baby is Aurie all the time. Aurie all the time.
She's Aurie.
Welcome to the show. And you've come through with a former colleague of mine, anaitwa Ruby, who's doing some amazing things.
Ruby with the sauce.
Ruby with the sauce. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Naona kanywele kamekarangwa. Platinum, Ruby Platinums. Karibu sana Morning Vibes.
Thank you, man.
So before we sample Jadidi's brand new single, Ruby, talk to us. What's going on?
Yeah. It's been a minute, by the way, since I haven't even been here before. So thank you for hosting us, first of all.
You're most welcome.
My fans, what I want to say, morning show sai. Thank you so much for tuning in. Miss Ruby V, founder Uncut Africa. We do events, hip hop awards, and this time round, because it's December, Nikona form, we're gonna be having a day party that's going down next week on Thursday. Aurie is going to be performing with Your Hair Band. It's a band called
Your Hair.
Your Hair Band.
As in nywele.
Your hair band.
Hair band yako.
Oh, I see.
The band is called Your Hair Band.
I see. Hiyo ni jina fiti sana, by the way.
Yeah.
Freshy.
At least you get it.
Alright, talk to us about mziki. Tehuti kwanza nasema kama unamjua.
Tehuti, sijui, but see me in my chambers. I don't know.
Tehuti ni anko yako ama kazi na
Ako na deni yake.
Jadi nasikia hizi story.
Ni kama sielewi.
You related.
Yeah, but Tehuti hapo tuma picha angalia one.
Lakini nimesalimika.
So how long have you been doing music?
This is professionally, this is my 6th year. Yes, I've been recording. I've done musicals. Then now I decided to focus on recording and songwriting.
Musicals ni zile za Hi Peter, how can you be leaving me?
How can you be leaving me, Peter? Yeah, so you
Napenda musicals.
yeah, you act, you sing, you dance.
I love it. So you do musicals?
Yes.
Do you enjoy musicals?
I enjoy them so much, but the prepping, it's insane.
My rehearsals. Jadidu unaweza fanya musical?
Hey, musical, hiyo labda anointing.
Unafaa ku diversify man.
Yeah, but they
First time for everything.
versatility.
Yeah.
Dancehall musical, why not?
Exactly. So you and my versatility. Come on.
Why I say?
Maybe natengeneza dancehall musical inshallah. Yeah.
There
Na
we
Jadidi utakuwa ndani hapo.
Kwa cast.
Oi, baby unafanyanga reggae pia.
Yes.
You've done a reggae song.
I've done a reggae song. Inaitwa Never Ever. Vile huwa tunajipromise the next day, mimi pombe nimewacha, sinywi tena. Lakini ndio umejipata umeitiwa form.
Na kwanza sasa hiyo kuna hustler fund kwa mfuko.
Sema niite sai, nimebeba charger na sweater. Call me anytime. It's December.
Kai, Ruby unasikia ndemu wako. Atoka tu kwa nyumba na charger na sweater.
You know, unaenda kununua mkate na
Caution money.
Yeah. You never know. Unaulizwa uko.
Usipatwe na ma flip flops. Ma slides.
Unasikia ati December for December hata kwa saluni na kwa duka. Unaenda kama umepiga luku kwa sababu
You never know.
Unaweza kuwa Naivasha in a few minutes. You never know. Unarudi nyumbani na mkate 3 days later.
Yeah.
When you started Uncut, by the way, I was very proud of you because abudi nimeona Uncut ikiendelea. If you don't know about Uncut, kuna msee anasikiza na ajui Uncut nini?
Yeah.
Mwambie.
Uncut is basically my company where we actually give a platform to up-and-coming artists to come and showcase their talent and their skill, because I feel like we pay a lot of attention to mainstream artists without realizing that there's people who are bubbling under. Like even the mainstream artists were once
Bubbling
bubbling under, and they needed that platform. So we just have like a safe space where people can come and showcase. And we've been in the game since 2016. Like some of the people who are actually popping right now are Lipitia Uncut, and I'm grateful to have been a part of that journey. Na bado tunaendelea tunakazana. We've been doing open mic as well on a weekly basis since September, and then on Mashujade we did our first festival. It was actually a mini festival with music, art, fashion, tattoos,
body painting.
Yeah, body paint. There was a barbecue and grill, and then performances, DJ sets, 12 hours of Kenyan music. It was 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and every DJ had their own set of Kenyan music. It was really, really dope. Paintings came out. It was a live experience at Move Cafe, open air. We really had some fun. So we decided that, since we did the first one and we were kind of testing it out, now we have the second show coming up. And we also do hip hop awards. Done hip hop awards since 2019. The only Kenyan hip hop award show. There's too many awards in this country, but like there wasn't. I mean, no, I'm not going to say this is the legit one.
This is the legit one.
Okay, fine. Imesemekana. Who am I to say no?
From their lips to God's ears.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question. If you look at, say, the dancehall space, so like when I listen to Didi, he, dancehall lukwangana. If you listen to, like, say, Skillibeng, where do I play Skillibeng right now in the? Because I looked at Spotify. By the way, shout out to Spotify. I got by. I'm unwrapped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love Spotify. When I was looking at, because this year, at the end of the year on a Kangayo list, the top artist. Kiangala list ya dancehall. Number 1, Sean Paul. Number 2, nani? Burna Boy. Number 2, most streamed dancehall artist is Burna Boy. Skillibeng hayuko kwa hiyo list. Top 10, right?
Okay.
Why? Because you utapata Skillibeng amewekwa kwa list ya tuseme hip hop. Because your sound saisi dancehall. Yeah, it's if you look at Wizkid's album, the song that he has with Shensia and by the which is a mad tune. It's a mad tune. I'm gonna play it. Iyo ngoma si mengia Billboard Top 100. Yeah, is it Skillibeng ana rap ama anafanya dancehall? So do we? Is it time we start to have that conversation? Because abnaona nika dancehall. When I listen to Didi or the Hot Dog, I hear rapping.
Yeah, I feel like primarily dancehall artists are rappers because rap is just rhythm and poetry. I feel the hip hop side of it is now the instrumentation, the beat arrangement, but dancehall artists are actually rapping on those beats. Yeah, it's the only difference is the culture around hip hop is too many elements in it. It's the arrangement is also very different.
So I feel like dancehall hip hop influence was sana na what is happening around the world. Say for example, when R&B was the sound, hip hop sounded more like R&B. When jazz was the sound, right? It was hip hop, right? Now Afrobeats is the sound. Guys, listen, let me tell you something. Even dancehall is sounding like Afrobeats.
But I actually when I think about it, sometimes I'm like, if someone closed your eyes and played an Afrobeat song, right? I usually feel like the only difference is maybe the patois they use and the pidgin, like the language, but essentially it always feels like it's literally a dancehall track done by an African, yes, exactly.
The sound is heading towards African. Ukisikiza dancehall that is coming out, for the trending sound right now is sounding African.
They are putting those influences.
Absolutely, and that's what happens globally with music. Speaking of dancehall, let's listen to some Skillibeng, and then after we'll listen to some Skeng. Before we listen to some new music I know, man. This is one of my favorite Skilly songs in it. Brick Pan Brick. 20 minutes to 9 a.m. Remember, you're on Morning Vibes. Let's go.
Rebels and reggae heads, start your day the MVP way. Where you are the MVP, no negative vibes.
At the same second, London, I was saying, I was in London, London. And then after that, I went to Manchester, and then I came back to London, and that's why Arsenal actually play from London, Yeah, Arsenal na Chelsea walikuwa nacheza ile London derby. 15 minutes to 9 a.m. Remember, you're hanging out with your captain of good vibes. They call me Kwambox. Right now, I want to send a special shout out to my MVP, J Kwat, man. Big up yourself. J Kwat boys. I'm a Juja boys. When I graduate, Leo, big up yourself. I can see today is their 10th graduation. I don't know which one it is. It's their manyth 2022. So big up to all the students of JQuat 2022. The ones who are graduating. Umefanya hiyo kitu mazee. Congratulations. Unakumbuka graduate?
I was actually in JQuat. I wasn't JQuat.
When did the
kulikuwa na wamama.
This is a unicorn. What you're seeing here is a unicorn.
Rare
kind.
No, actually, by the way, when I was joining
Wait,
JQuat,
ulisema kuna wamama?
Wamama as in people of the female species. Si wamama ati old.
Hapa tunasema gialdem.
Kuna gialdem huko. Actually, when I was joining JQuat, I was doing an undergrad in BSc HRM, Human Resource Management, and that was the first time they were like, hey, you guys have actually brought chicks into this school.
I'm telling you.
Before that, ilikuwa tu shamba la mawe. Yeah, man.
Yeah, ni kwa sababu ya nini STEM.
Yeah,
more ladies
true.
do STEM.
True.
Jana kulikuwa na games of World Cup, and for the first time I saw an all women's refereeing team.
Wow.
Like
wow.
they were running the game all women. So girls are taking up those spaces.
Yeah.
And I've got an interesting fact for you for the World Cup. Only 2 African nations have topped their group at FIFA World Cup. Only 2. Right? Ever since the beginning of World Cup.
Wow.
My question is, which countries are those? One qualified yesterday at the very top, and this is their second time. But kuna ingine which did not make it to this World Cup, but they have qualified twice. They've topped their group multiple times. Iyo ni team gani? Hit me up on the hashtag morning vibes. Nyinyi wa Kenya, mambo ya ball tulisema ni kupatiana, tusikucheza.
Wow.
So, Didi.
Yeah.
You got a brand new single, Tears and Fears. Umetuambia ilikuwa part of this album. Lakini Tears and Fears inamaanisha nini?
It's just the struggles, but I know everybody can relate to this, where you're coming from. Maybe you're coming from a less fortunate background, and you can fully understand everything about the song, because you'll hear in the intro, tears and fears, when me from poverty all of me peers, can't buy new me done all of me peers, life tough, shed tears in all of me prayers. Yeah, you know, the struggle pale mtaani, maombi, juu lazima ukaribie Mungu. Hizo mashida zinakuanga most. Yeah, it's all about the good vibe pale ghetto mtaani, the youths, encouraging them. Yeah, it's all about that. It's a song talking about the struggles umepitia, the tears I cried, the nights I didn't sleep. Yeah, just the rough life.
Lakini Didi, tuseme tu kweli, mi unajua mi am your boy, you're my boy, listen to this show every day. Wewe ulalangi?
Yeah, I don't.
So, unasema the days that you didn't sleep, it's every day.
Yeah, it's...
Utalia lalangi. The other day ananiambia he's been up for 2 days.
Yeah.
You know, do you
hata leo until kuja hapa kutoka jana,
and you don't have eye bags. Mimi nikikosa kulala, macho itakoka chipolatas.
It's my dreams. They're too big, so I have to stay awake.
Hey,
sawa.
Respect. Do you struggle with sleeping?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What makes you not sleep?
Yeah.
Especially if it's closer to a show, like a performance. Hii wiki nakuja na jua day party stalala. I'll be forcing myself because I'm just thinking, how is it going to be like? Kutaendaje?
Lakini prepared ndio ufike kwa hiyo gig.
Well, other than practice mob na band, I just meditate. Like deep breaths. Quiet. Hiyo siku inakuanga quiet day. I don't talk much.
Sis, for the listeners, lazima tuambie meditation.
Clarify.
Hapo deep breath.
Silence.
Nikasema
there's the first meditation pre-show, and then post-show is the meditation. Yeah, meditation.
Ruby, who kongana shida kulala?
It depends on what my schedule is looking like. My schedule is very sporadic. I'm also an assistant director on the TV show, and sometimes we're required on set for many hours at a time. So very early in the morning, and then wrapping up late. So when my schedule is all over the place, like this past 2 weeks, the sleep is reduced, but like lazima nita compensate. Like kazi kiisha sasa, I'm just like phone on D&D, inapanda ndege, sitaki kusumbuliwa.
Mimi unajua personally siku struggling na sleep.
You do sleep?
Ever. Like kwanza whether niko stressed, usingizi ni tamu. Kama niko nasikia fit, usingizi ni tamu.
What's your secret?
Saja maze.
For me, I need to know about whatever you do so that you can sleep. I cannot sleep and I don't feel aware about it.
The only time I can't sleep is during the day. So what I do, I coax my mind, yeah. So nikijua nataka kulala during the day kasa hivi yenye nasikia sick. Leo sasa nikimaliza na niko na one meeting alafu narudi kwa nyumba sasa kulala. Sasa shida ni during the day. Jua ikikuwa out na mimi niko hivi. Uko. So what I do, naweka TV show hapo na make sure kwanza ni intricate ile ya killing fields of Texas. Oh, they were killing people here.
Really? This is why they say women are psychotic, because they fall asleep to murder documentaries. Like how?
I love it because
they're interesting though.
Then he took me by the neck and I'm out.
He stabbed them 20 times. Like out.
Seriously, hiyo ndio nisaidia sana kulala. But niko kapo cartoon. Silali. Yeah. We have the show you're talking about is happening next
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I need everyone to come out. You know, we're always talking about Kenyan music doesn't get played or support or whatever. And that's going to be 12 hours of nothing but the best in Kenyan music. Whatever genre. I know a lot of people know me for hip hop, but it's like, if it's Kenyan and it's dope, it will probably get played at Uncut Day Party. So, yeah, you can always get your tickets. Kuna ticket size zina go up. 500 zina redeemable. 800 and 1,000 bob, you get a little something. When you pull up, you get a beer at the door. And then,
Where are you
it's
pulling up though?
Move Cafe in
Nimeshangaa.
Kilimani. See, hata mngoji. Sini nena climax. Yeah, we're gonna be at Move Cafe and Bistro in Kilimani. Please pull up December 8th. You're only next Thursday, so we're like 6 days away.
Ke December.
You know, drink December tumeshaanza. We have to start it on a high note. Alafu the long weekend is coming up with Jamhuri Day on the 12th.
Yeah.
So mi ndo naanzia wase sherehe on Thursday.
Itakuwa fiti.
Iendele mpaka
January.
exactly.
Jadidi, I'm sure you're going to pull up for this one.
Yeah.
Make sure you pull up kwa sababu umesema kutakuwa na performances ama tu ni DJ playing?
Yes, kuna performances and a live band will also be playing. So kutakuwa na ma freestyle challenge. Come through, by the way,
Yeah,
showcase.
it's a good look,
Yeah, it would be dope. Kwambox ulisema unakam.
Namuk.
At least we have it on record. At least we have it on record. Yeah. So if you're listening to my voice right now or
They are
this show,
listening.
okay, so
Thank you for listening to our voices.
hata mtu hawezi sema kiupasta kama kuna mtu ananisikiliza kwa sasa. Go to Uncut Africa. That's UNKUT Africa. The ticket link is in our bio, and of course you can always hit us up. Just Ruby V. Aurie Music will be live with your hair bands, and I'm really excited. I've wanted a live band to play at one of my shows since like 2018, and the fact that this gets to happen courtesy of Aurie is just magical.
Coming to
Speaking of Aurie, of course, remember to drop a brand new one by Didi, Tears and Fears. Lakini first, let's hear from Aurie mazee. Sijui nani alimjamisha akasema never ever.
Rebels and reggae heads, start your day the MVP way. Where you are the MVP, no negative vibes.